I've come to terms with the fact that my future might not involve people I'm around now. I get tired of doing this every time I try something new. Sometimes I had to walk away from what I want to find what I deserve. I made mistakes in my life. I've learned from my bad choices. I'll know better next time. Don't mention a person's past mistakes when they're trying to change. That's like throwing rocks at them while they're struggling to climb a mountain. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, y'all. Welcome back to another show. Boss Ladies Live Radio Show, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. Welcome, everybody. For those that's new, I want to say to you, there isn't any topic I will not cover. There's no contracts here, no filters. I can say it. I cover topics such as music, artistry, business, entrepreneurship, leadership, personal growth / health tips, spirituality, professional growth, stability in relationships, family, marriage, and children, financial consulting, and any other thing that concerns society. What is Boss Ladies Inc? Doing everything in your skin like a boss. We looking for trailblazers that make things happen, not watch things happen. And we're also looking for honest, teachable, hungry, ambitious, dare to be different, looking for something more in life. No promises. Just engage on the app. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you can download it on Google Play or in your Apple Store. You know what I'm saying? So welcome, everybody. All right. Yeah. Let's get this thing started. Got a few announcements to make before we do business series. Yes, before we do business series. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little quick information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've ran into a couple incidents, or I've seen other people run into a couple incidents. And if you're a person that's involved in marketing or network marketing, sometimes things get swapped and other things goes to the wrong people. In terms of having your own LLC number and your IN number. That's very important if you want to get into the independent music industry leadership. You have to make sure that your back is covered no matter what. You have to make sure that you're communicating with the people that support what you're out here doing. And you have permission to use their stuff, because I see a lot of that flowing through some of my, posts I see on pages and different things like that. There's a lot of, people getting the wrong thing and using it and nobody know what's going on. So I think in this case, communication would be very important. We shouldn't play with that. We should do everything we can to make sure that everybody is legit. So, the announcement is just going to be how to start a record label series. And we're going to get that information from www.wiki.how.com/start-a-record-label. So we're going to be checking that out. And episode 1 will just consider planning your venture in terms of finding artists, different things like that. Some stuff you need to know. You in the music business or whatever. I believe that, we should go out and learn all of it. Not just certain stuff. I mean, be versatile, be variety, be different, know your stuff. I mean, the best way to get anybody to where they want to be is to believe in their product, believe in their brand, and that also, too, that you got the right people behind you. So planning your venture will be that. And then there's a fun quiz after part 1 of that episode. So stay tuned for that. Episode 2 pretty much will be executing your plan, how to work it, how to get it in motion. And then there's a quiz for part 2 after that. And episode 3, maintaining success, that's part 3, and that comes along with a quiz. But what I'm going to do is put the quizzes on FB Live, have some fun with it, turn it into a nice little game, and see who knows what in terms of how to start their own record label, if they even tried to start a record label. So if you did notice on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, I've been putting up the logos from 25 L Clan Records. I hope I'm saying that right. They have did the Boss Ladies record flyer, and then they did the Boss Ladies podcast flyer, and also the Miss Fabulous flyer. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, shout out to you. The art and design, La Familia. They do photographs and all the different kinds of stuff. So I'm trying to put something together where we can get some more of that information from, that's from the artistry department. They have very great work, and I was interested in a couple of flyers that was made for me. So I just decided to give them a yell, and everything went good. So that's really, really appreciated. So stay tuned for those next 3 episodes. I'm trying to lay it out all the way till next week, Friday. I will be out of town on Saturday of that following week, so I won't be in the studio, but I'll give you loads and loads of pre-recorded. So still at 9 p.m., I'll just tag you some shows, and then we can still keep up with the season 2 of the Boss Ladies Live radio show. So that's what I want to talk about in terms of starting a record label, because I was interested in starting a record label. Like, what is it like to have one? You know, even if you look into it and you decide that you don't want to do it, at least you learned something from it. So I'm always a student, and so I want to, just learn how to do it. Know everything there is to know, because this is something, music is my passion and things like that. And I just want it to be an independent thing, just to see if I could do it, you know what I mean? Because I've always wanted to, be my own boss. And here I am, doing the podcast. And so the more I look into these articles, these blogs that I read nightly, it's teaching me some things, and hopefully it's helping you all. So yeah, stay tuned. Episode 1, planning your venture. Episode 2 will be executing your plan. And episode 3, maintaining success. So that pretty much sounds interesting. So when I come back, we're going to get some EDU in our lives in terms of 5 things record labels don't want you to know they do. And it's some pretty good tea. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. 1.
Told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice.
Fuck that.
I told you once, now tell you twice. The way I feel, here's my advice. I told you once, now tell you twice.